something. You have to do some action, just one.
Yeah, we've released it. We've had dead weight much too long. We've released it.
Oh,
We've loosed that, right?
And my sweet, sweet, loving pastor, and she didn't even like the head minister at my church, Unity in Washington, D.C., said just yesterday, I bless you and release you to your highest good.
Woo!
I love
All
it.
right.
So
Yes. That means you have no limits. All right.
I still love you. You ain't got to be in my space. I still love you.
All right. So for that resolution, for that word, it's every day. All right. Don't have to wait for the year to turn. Every day, or as Rosa said, on your birthday, your gift to yourself to move to a new elevation.
Yeah.
All right.
So, do one thing.
Now let's talk about, because we're going to be doing a workshop on, not just with our meals, we're also going to be doing a workshop on goal setting. Yes. So as we venture into the goal setting for 2017, because you already know what you're going to do and you already have it in motion, right?
Yes.
We're going to help you prepare to move through it so you won't be overwhelmed. But first, what we need you to do is start decluttering.
Oh, please talk about that. I can tell you
Yes.
a mouthful. I can even recommend someone who will help you declutter.
I am one, and I walk into a space, and if it's decluttered, if it's cluttered, it has an impact on me. I never realized this until I took, as Rosa said, start taking a look within. When I'm in a clutter, I can't function. It's like my breath or my air is gone. I cannot function in clutter or disorganization, okay? Declutter. If you know it's some stuff in your house or your car, your trunk, your job, your family, your space, period, that when we talked about dead weight, is just sitting there and it does you no good, serves you no purpose, even clothes you know you can't fit anymore. You need to take a look at it because it's just taking up space. And the more it takes up space, what does it do to your space? It starts squeezing you in. And it even interrupts the flow of your air, the way you breathe. Take a look at your space, even papers. I cleaned out a file cabinet during the Thanksgiving holidays and started shredding because I had a pile of shred that I let sit there for a couple of months. Time. Don't have time. I shredded that, cleaned out the cabinets. I'll be done. The pile got larger than it was before I started, Rosa. But guess what? I said, now that cabinet is clear. Now I can go back and properly file what I need to do because I know I'm getting ready to transition into a new year. I know that I have payroll files, I have tax files, I have all types of files that I needed to make room for. But in order to do it, I had to declutter.
Yes. Decluttering is very important because, as Tiffany said, it does clear your mind.
Yes.
You are an example of your environment. So this summer, actually it's February of this year, I decided that I was going to declutter and throw away. And I've done a lot of decluttering. I'm the type of person who loves shoes to match every outfit, bags to match every pair of shoes, clothes on top of clothes, and I have given away at least 4 big, huge bags of shoes. I don't know where I kept them. I'm like, really? And I still have to go back and do the same thing again. Same thing for clothes. I don't know where my clothes come from because I don't buy them. It's like they get their osmosis. I be like,
no, you didn't.
Yeah. I just, so now I don't do a lot of that, but I had a friend of mine, and Tiffany knows, recommend a man. His name is Lawrence Ross. He's on Facebook. He declutters. And I mean, he does an excellent job. It's going to cost you some money. But I guarantee when he leaves when he takes on that project, your house will be neat, decluttered, and you're going to miss some stuff. Because, I decided to just declutter. I really did not desire to have stuff that I wasn't using. So he'll talk to you, he'll give you a run through, and he'll do all that you ask him to do. Don't mess with this room. Leave that drawer alone. Do not throw out another thing. Then he'll ask you, do you really need this? Is this something that you're going to really use?
Yeah.
And for me, it was always no. And then a couple of months later, when I go look for, like, I'm into this test on earthing. And I had a meter that read your electricity. I couldn't find it. And then I realized that I told him, everything in that drawer you throw away.
Oh, wow.
So I was really in the detox mode. I really was. I didn't want any more of that stuff. I have a house that's now neat. But he also comes and cleans your house every month for a price, of course. So if you need him, Facebook me, inbox me, call me. Because this man, I guarantee, will leave your house in an orderly fashion. Plus, I trust him. When he detoxed my house, I was in Chicago, Illinois.
Wow.
When I came back, they had painted no, he doesn't do the painting, but they had painted my house, put in new floors, and he still came back and did some more work.
And you know, that's when I teased you because I was like, Rosa, you're going to go back to a whole new house. You're not going to be able to find anything.
And I couldn't. I had to call him, and I still call him. Lawrence, what did you do with da-da-da? And he can tell me instantly where he put it. And that's another thing.
That's amazing.
That's amazing. He'll say, well, I put it in the jar on top of the bookcase. Oh, okay. You know, so I really love him for the work he does because he shows up in honesty, in trust, integrity. He's good. I left him with my keys while I was in Chicago.
All right.
Because he couldn't get in. And that's how much I trust him. I guarantee you can have a conversation with him. He won't do anything that you don't want him to do. So that's my appeal for my friend.
But you know, it's funny because you said clothes show up by osmosis.
They do. I don't know what it is.
And I have to say that I have, in my declutter process, I have gone to stores. I don't even try not to even go to the malls or anything anymore. But when I'm in a store with somebody and I look at some things, I'm into buying more gym clothes now than clothes for the 9 to 5, but more gym outfits. But I will pick up things in the store because I'm like, oh, this is in style now. This is new fashion or it's pretty, right? And I may carry it around in the store with me, but while I'm carrying it around, I'm thinking about the racks of clothes that I have in my closet. I have a walk-in closet, made a room into a closet. Now, think about it and say, Tiffany, put that stuff back. Don't you buy another thing until you go back and give away some of those things that are already in that closet.
Girl, I had that experience.
And that's what I do every time. It's like,
man,
put it back. You don't need it.
My church is having a bazaar. And I told my friend Daniel, I'm not going in there. And my sugar went down, so I had to go in there to get something to eat. So I'm walking around, and I ran, and I said, Lord, I know if I buy another piece of clothing, I want you to slap me.
Oh.
And I ran across this woman who was selling African dresses, I mean really nice dresses, for $35. And she had a sign on her site, in her space saying, everything is $10 or a little more.
Wow.
And I looked at that stuff. I looked at that
and
stuff, and I saw like 4 outfits that I loved. And I said, so as I was talking to her, I know my goal is to save money and receive money to put an invention out. And I thought about it. As much as I love to do it, I told her, I said, you know what? I think I'm going to leave it right here. Because the reality of the situation is I intend to have enough money and enough space to have all that I demand shortly.
Yes.
So I don't have to buy it right now. God's going to gift me everything I want.
And you know, I had to take it there too to say, you know what? You may leave it there today if it's a fashion or fad. Because if it's a fad, it's going to go out anyway, right? Then you're going to have it stuck in your closet with the rest of the stuff. Or, like you said, just pass it up. Because when the time comes, if you really need it, or you really want it, or desire it, or command it, it will be there. It will be there. But you need to go back home and clear out that closet and continue to give things away that you no longer wear. It's all in good shape, but hey, I just don't get to it anymore, you know.
Monica, oh my God, we got a lot of people in here.
All right.
I'm grateful. Right. I'm grateful that you're doing this. Let me say, I forgot what I was going to say. That's all right.
Decluttering, Sheila?
Oh, yes, decluttering. It's actually called in spiritual terms, making a vacuum so that your world can expand. In order to get what you really want, you have to have space for it. Mm-hmm. You want to be blessed, then you should, I recommend, I'm not going to say need or should, I recommend you release and let go of some other things. And there's a lot of ways to do that. They have sites that say let go site, 5 Mile site. There's a couple of them. You can go on your Play Store and say you want to declutter your house. You can put it online to sell. They even have a place on Facebook, 2 sites, where you can post your things that you want to release on. So if you want to release, and then you can give them to shelters, you can give them to Goodwill, you can give them to, there's so many ways.
Yeah, I normally bag them up and call the people, and they come pick it up.
And that includes
Purple Heart, Goodwill.
Yeah, Purple Heart, that's what I was trying to think about. Because Purple Heart is really good because it allows handicapped people to work. I like that one. Yeah. So, don't just throw it away.
Yeah, don't throw it away. What is that saying? One man's junk is another man's treasure. Yeah. You know, I tell people all the time now, when they're looking for stuff, I say, go to the thrift store first, because people like me still donate stuff with the tags on it, you know?
Well, I can't say that. I wear everything that's in my closet one time at least.
One time at least, okay.
Yeah, I'm not putting no, and I'm not telling my daughter does that a lot. She gives away some amazing clothes because she spends money for her clothes, $100 jeans. Of course, she gives me first dibs, so I think that's where my clothes come from.
Well, I know for me, even with intimate apparel, with bras or with tops, and you get it home, I mean, because you're looking at it in the store, oh, it was on sale, this is a good bargain or good buy, you know, and I need this and I need that. I said to myself I was no longer going to buy underwire bras, okay, because they cut, all right? They cut. It was a sale.
I know you did. Don't you even start. I know you didn't do that, did you?
It was a sale. And they had all these pretty colors, pastels and patterns and everything. Bought the bras and got home, look, getting ready to wash them and because I wash them first. You always wash your stuff first, all right? Because they travel. They travel and go through multiple hands. Okay, but digress. Got them home, looked in my drawer, and it was like, you just said you weren't going to buy no more underwire bras for a personal reason because they cut me, you know? So it's like, there's a donation right there, unworn, with the tag still on them. So it's stuff like that. Or you get it home and then you're in your mirror, in your light, and you trying on a pair of pants or this outfit you just bought. It don't look the way you want it to look. It surely don't look the way it looked in that window on that mannequin. Whoop, there's another donation, you know? And well, like you said, family always, if they come over, you know, get first dibs, of course, but...
And then you go to these stores where these people always tell you a lie.
Oh,
that looks so good. That would match you perfectly.
Exactly.
I love telling people, no means no.
Yeah.
And even, let's even take it, I don't know how many of you actually have had trip people call you? We will give you this package of 4 days and 3 nights and at the hotel and you get fed. And I had a conversation with a lady this weekend. And I said, you know, when my wealth comes in, I'll be able to go directly and don't have to worry about whether you're paying for the hotel or not.
How about that?
Secondly, I've done this twice in my life and never went on a trip.
Yeah, that's what I've done too.
I'm like,
Could
I
not.
am tired. I no longer desire to feed into your dream. I'm working on mine. And she went on and on. I said, when are you going to understand? No,
No
means no. You have a God blessed life. Click.
Yeah.
You know,
'Cause
so
they get paid for that.
let's-
But you're right. I've purchased, and I tell them now. I say, you know what? I'm not gonna. I don't care what type of deal you're giving me. I got a timeshare, and don't even get to that. Okay. So I'm letting you know. Conversation over. They keep trying. Keep trying. Or call,
That's
have
called a
somebody
perf-
else call you back.
that's called a perfect salesman. I need to have them on my team.
I know, right? Or they'll keep calling you back.
So now we're going to go into the oils.
Yes,
And
because we are talking about our space still, and as we transition into 2017, so we talked about